Let's go ahead and go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Hi, YouTube. Bob here. Welcome to a new year, new me, in a manner of speaking, but not really, actually. We all made it to 2025, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad you were able to make it with me. And for those we lost along the way, rest in power, kings. You will be missed. So, it's been a little bit of a tumultuous year for your boy, needless to say. If you've been a long-term sub and even just looking at this already, you can kind of identify the issues at play. It's been a bumpy year. I'm not gonna lie. There's been a lot of personal things holding me back from going fully in on YouTube this year, such that even though I've been trying to do daily uploads on the weekdays, there's been a lot of things that have been hampering that. You've probably been seeing the messy schedule and the double uploads. Hell, it's a double upload going up today because I couldn't do anything Tuesday and Wednesday. It's been a bit of a mess. I do apologize about that. We'll cover that as we go forward. So, if you know how this works, you know, the usual new year to me, whatever. That's not quite the case. So we're gonna be breaking this down. First section is going to be for the things we did accomplish, which is good. The things that we didn't quite nail. And the third thing is going to be New Year's resolutions, really just goalposts for myself to keep myself honest. You know how this goes. So, what are the things that have gone down this year that have been particularly good? Do I still have that PayPal link in here? Oh my god, I forgot that was over there. So, the bangers that we've managed to do this year. First of all, I want to say first and foremost that I've tried to balance this out with the good and the bad. A lot of good bullet points, but some things that are not so good. So we tackled a lot of cool side projects. Not side projects. A lot of passion projects, especially for myself. Once I got out of the Naruto GNT Marathon, I really needed a break from Naruto games. In fact, after Attack of the Saiyans, I really just needed a small reprieve in general. Actually, no, it wasn't Attack of the Saiyans. We did that this year, funny enough. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like 2 or 3 years ago at this point in time. I've done so many things. After Naruto, I wanted to take a break from Naruto because, well, the series is not in a good state right now. Needless to say, ask anyone on my Discord, ask anyone queuing up with Boruto. It's not a good spot, ladies and gentlemen. And your boy here has been, like, front and center with the turmoil, so I need a reprieve from it, honestly. It feels like every day I've been going on with Naruto, it feels like there's less good things to talk about it. I'll address that more, probably a bit later, though. You know how it is. So, with that being said, though, I managed to take a little bit of a sidestep and managed to tackle what I consider my route. All right, already messing things up. My Mount Rushmore of obscure anime fighting games. One of them was Nitro Blasters. Luckily, it was a very short game, so it wasn't too big a problem. The other one is Melty Blood Type Lumina. Obviously, not quite super obscure. You know that. Especially after I was playing it, and some couple resurgences it's been getting throughout the year. It's been pretty cool. But I consider it more like these are the games that require dedication, and you're probably gonna get not as much out of it as the time you put in, because I am fairly autistic, and I also like to be a little bit of a showman. So I like to show off things in these games, and that led me to trying to master 20 plus characters per game. Understandable. I quickly learned that, and then I was just like, I'll just have some dud characters I know I'm not gonna be good with. Try to talk about them as best I can, but yeah, that ate up a lot of time. Speaking of that, though, the grand return of Type Moon content. It's been okay. I don't know my own timeline that well. It's been a long time since I've seriously gone over a lot of my older posts. I know that somewhere down in the depths of my 2.7K video uploads, yes, I've been at this for a while, ladies and gentlemen, 11 years now, actually going on 12 pretty soon, God, kill me, is Fate Extra. I know it's somewhere down there, and I think it's been now close to 7 years since I've stopped playing the game, and it's always been a thing on my mind. Hello, Bailey. That being said, obviously, I'd want to get back to it at some point, but having finally broken the 7-year gap, more Fate content has made its way to the channel. Fate, really, it's just, it's Type Moon in general, which frankly, considering the Natsuverse, it's all pretty much the same thing. Also, almost done with JoJo games. Now, I didn't think this was going to be, the case, but after I got done recording part 5's game with Brandon, I didn't realize it at the time, but I looked at it, I'm like, oh, there's only like 6 JoJo games that exist, and Brandon and I already done 3 of them, which is back in the day we did All-Star Battle earlier, yeah, like a year or 2 ago. We already did the Phantom Blood game when I first moved out, and recently we did the Part 5 game. So all that's left now is the Part 3 fighting game, Heritage for the Future. There's Ives of Heaven, and if you want to count it, if you're weird, the fucking RPG for it on the Famicom, which does have an English translation. So once those 3 are done, we have done Let's Plays of every JoJo game that exists. Yeah, right? I didn't think that was going to be the case, but I'll have done Let's Plays of every Berserk game, every Ghost of the Shell game. Brandon and I have done a lot of the majority of every Bleach game out there, save for obviously some stuff that's going to be more difficult to do, but that'll be it. Crazy stuff. Oh, and me doing every Naruto GNT game, besides that point. Yeah, and I think this year is I'm probably going to start putting into... I've already kind of finished practicing doing Heritage. That's just going to require a little bit of work. It's a little bit of a finicky game. I kind of want to show it as best as I can, but where's I going to train of thought? Oh yeah, Eyes of Heaven, I've already played and beaten before. I think I just need to take notes, do another practice run to get some notes down. There's also, I've never touched a Famicom game, so that'd be kind of funny. And wait, isn't Sonic music copyright at this point in time? I don't know. I'll take Command & Conquer, sure. And yeah, I never touched the RPG, so that'd be very funny. Not like I've done some obscure RPGs before anyway. They're not usually that long. Hopefully we can crush it, and it'll be a very funny thing to say that we've done every single one that exists. Cool. Another big win for me. I have done Let's Plays of my first DS games and 3DS games. To reword that, I haven't done Let's Plays of the first DS games I've ever played, but I posted my first Let's Play of a DS game, and soon to see, follow me on Twitch, guys, you should definitely make sure to do that, a 3DS video game. Now, I've done stuff before and posted to YouTube of like playing a ROM hack for Pokemon Mega Ruby, which is cool. I've been figuring out slowly but surely, but Attack of the Saiyans was the very first DS game I've done a Let's Play of. Currently working on Extreme Butoden. Again, follow me on Twitch, link down below. So, yeah, that is a barrier I never thought we would actually cross. God damn, that is... Yeah, I'm well enough to do this video now. Really fucking cool. I think so anyway. The DS and 3DS are like consoles I'm not familiar with that much. So the fact that I'm able to actually get in there and like make custom layouts now with the emulator, I know how to use OBS enough to make these kinds of things. I think it's really cool. Personally speaking, I think it's really goddamn neat. So those barriers are cracked wide open. And I'll talk a little bit more below, but 300 followers on Twitch. We'll do a Let's Plays of the Naruto Ninja Council games on the DS. I think that might be an incentive. Maybe. Also, speaking of OBS, I managed to kind of hammer out the audio recording problems with me and Brandon. The issues have been that I haven't had his microphones calibrated well this entire time. So it's that either there's huge echo between us, or his voice is getting super drowned out. I can never quite find the middle ground, but recently I figured it out. Hey Bob, why don't you just copy your settings to Brandon's microphone? Holy shit, it actually worked really well. If you've been following Twitch, I'm not gonna drop a link again. Or rather, no plugs right now. Yeah, with the end of tag, it was a couple sessions ago. No, it was with 5Ds for tag for special is when I implemented that. I'm like, oh, this sounds really goddamn good. So, yeah, kind of on the front of me and him recording stuff together, nailed it. The problem is that it took like 3 Let's Plays ahead of where we're at right now. I got a lot of stuff to post in the meantime where his audio was not the best. I was working on it as best I could. I'll try to doctor it as best I can also, but when his audio is completely being blanked, there's only so much I can do, folks. I'm trying my best here, but yeah, I will definitely hammer it as best I can. Also, speaking of optimizing things, nice transition, Bob. I managed to figure out how to do multiple exports at the same time. Turns out it's all through this little ditty called Adobe Media Encoder. Assuming this will actually load. Will this load? Yep, it will load. So, this might be a slightly older version though. Yeah, whatever. This program I didn't realize exists and comes free with your Adobe subscription for Premiere. But yeah, this is literally, I learned about this through my time at college. It's like, oh, you can use this to queue up multiple videos at the same time, export them all in a row, and just bing, bum, boom, you got all your exports done for the week. That's always been like a bottleneck for me, especially as I've gotten to 2K recordings and bigger quality and trying to manage multiple audio tracks. It's been a bit of a headache, but learning this, oh, the export problem is fixed. How about that? Now I just need more time to edit, and I need to optimize some other stuff. We'll get there. As long as this. Oh. I'm not sure if this is copyright or not. I'll have to kill this. Anywho. Now it's some smaller cool things for myself. I guess I could talk about that Naruto thing first. Yeah, this was in my notes, but I talked about it already at length. Yeah, I managed to stay away from Naruto for a long time. It was brilliant and refreshing. I think I'm ready to come back to it. Because I've already done Let's Plays for Storm 1, 2, and Generations. And I'm only missing Ultimate Ninja 5 for the PS2 Ultimate Ninja games and Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3. After those, I will have done Let's Plays for a lot of stuff for Ultimate Ninja. Oh my god, definitely, needless to say, that's gonna be very fun. We'll get to that though. And a personal thing for me, not a lot of people follow me for the Tekken content, but I have reached a personal milestone for myself. I got to the highest rank I've ever been at in a Tekken game. I mean, I already kind of crossed that boundary anyway earlier this year with getting to purple ranks, which was, what was it again? Not Tech. It wasn't Tekken Emperor. No, it was Mighty Ruler, I think, which is really cool. That being said, though, I've taken enough of a break, and according to fluctuating statistics, there's a lot of players in blue ranks now. So I think it's time to push myself a little bit. I think it's time for Bob to push for, well, I'll talk about more in a minute, actually. But yeah, I'm satisfied that I got to Fujin rank finally. All right. That being said, though, there's some bad stuff to talk about. Obviously, alluded to this a little bit before. Again, you can see it even down below. Yeah, there's been a lot of things hampering stuff. And because of my personal things, I got my YouTube recap recently. Joined YouTube in 2013. It's been a long time, folks. While the views have been good, mostly, the subscriber growth has been slumping pretty substantially. That's a little unfortunate to think about. Only 249, which is not it's still good. That's still better than a lot of channels get out there, but I was hoping to break 5K last year, but it didn't end up panning out. Partly because of a lot of personal things that are happening behind the scenes. I'll talk about that more probably now, actually. I think now is a good time to get this out in the open. There's been a lot of things happening in my personal life that have been making it difficult to keep up with YouTube's daily posting. Like, really difficult, actually. A lot of it has to do with thumbnail creation. Now, depending on what happens, if I can't access my desk, whether it's because I'm just busy with my wife, or Brandon wants to do something, or if I'm asked to go out somewhere or work late hours, I can't access my workstation at home, so I can't either export videos or I can't make thumbnails. And one of my New Year's resolutions is definitely to optimize my damn setup. I got my personal laptop back from Brandon because he was borrowing it for a little bit because his laptop went kaput. So I'm able to actually optimize my setup a little bit. So I need to do two things. I need to optimize my editing setup for on the go and also for thumbnail creation. Do you want to know how I make thumbnails for YouTube? It's really goddamn embarrassing, actually. I don't use Photoshop. I use Adobe Premiere. And this is a thing I've been doing since Sony Vegas, and I should not be doing this, but it's been a crutch, and I need to actually learn Photoshop. Now, what I've been doing is I've literally just been taking a giant timeline on Premiere, dropping in, like, VLC screenshots, adding PNGs, that kind of stuff. Literally dropping it into a massive timeline, coalesced with, like, thousands, or no, just hundreds of other thumbnails I've created on there as well. Now, if I open it right now, it's going to look really embarrassing. Like, this is something this has been my workflow for years now. I don't know how to use Photoshop. Okay, that's not true. I know how to use it a little bit, but not enough to, like, make anything substantial, you know? So I need to do that at some point in time. I need to actually figure out how to use Photoshop. That is very much a thing I need to do. Yeah. It's just going to take time, and that's something I seldom seem to have these days. This year at work, let me just go ahead and address some things. Also, yeah, this is still doing really good numbers. It's kind of embarrassing. Also, I forgot YouTube Shorts. I'll have to make some more because I have a lot of hours of content to put for shorts. That's for damn sure. So just to get this out of the way, let me tell you why the schedule has been so messed up. I got a promotion at work. It is the very first promotion I've ever got at a job. I haven't been doing full-time work that long either, so the fact that I got it, cool. The issue is that I got it because a lot of other people left all the same time at my work. I won't get into details. I can't disclose much, but yeah, I kind of got the promotion because I was the last person and I'm reliable. So April, I was doing like entire open and closing shifts by myself for like a month straight. It's not as bad as it seems. It's just 11-hour shifts, which is still a long time though. So I've been stuck there, and we've gained and lost people repeatedly throughout the year, so it hasn't really helped either. I'm constantly in a state of being busy, so, you know, it hasn't been the easiest thing in the world to maneuver. That being said, though, definitely resolving to probably bring my laptop to work on it there, work on thumbnails and YouTube and whatnot, so that's my hope. Anyway, so yeah, the sub growth has been on me because whenever a video gets posted, like these ones you've been seeing this week, oftentimes there won't be a thumbnail attached to them, so people will just kind of gloss over them in the YouTube search algorithm. So yeah, and considering that YouTube's search algorithm still prioritizes new content, not so much long form of content anymore, I've been noticing even with my older stuff, there's been a huge drop off with revenue and with viewership. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, YouTube is phasing out the Let's Play format, focusing more on long form content like video essays, probably like more podcasty stuff. It's an unfortunate byproduct of like the shifting landscape. I've been doing this for 12 years. I know I've seen the apocalypse. I've posted through it because I was doing college at the same time also, so I could afford to do it. But it is really unfortunate to kind of see this like whole shebang go about. But, you know, it is just the nature of the beast and whatnot. YouTube was always going to be on an unsustainable model anyway because of their server spaces. Like, you can't just magically keep posting videos on a daily of people posting like 20 10-hour 4K like shit posts like X but an hour long, or hour-long silences but occasionally broken by Markiplier making a sound. You know, it's a little unsustainable. All the videos have to be stored somewhere. It is what it is, but yeah. So, all that doom and gloom out of the way, definitely resolving to update my stuff a little bit, and I'm going to outline them now. It's some decent stuff. It's a little funny. I posted on Blue Sky a couple days ago that while the YouTube side of things has been a little bit rough, Twitch has been doing great. Like, Twitch has been like, we've reached 250 followers, been doing a lot of side projects. It's been really, really fucking good. It was really fun. I enjoy having a live audience to talk to, especially when we get to these later games where there's long stretches of either grinding or monotonous stuff happening. It's been really good. So, things I want to do for 2025. We finally got into this section. Let's fucking go. So first thing, I need to reach Tekken Emperor in Tekken 8 because, okay, let me be real with you, Chief. Do you know anything about Tekken, you, the viewer? If you don't, ignore this section. But if you do, I am waiting with bated breath for Anna to get announced. Once she gets announced, I make no promises. I will dedicate a lot of my waking time to focusing on her, not her physically, although, but trying to become the best player in the world with her. I'm not joking about that. I had so much fun with her in Tekken 7. The only thing that didn't keep me going is the player base was falling off a cliff. So sometimes you'd be paired up with like the same guy 5 times in a row. So yeah, but when Anna drops, Clyde's been fun. I've been enjoying Clyde. In fact, after we record this video, I might go play some Tekken 8 online anyway with him. But it's really Anna. Once she comes out, I will be dedicating myself to her very heavily. I want you to know that, YouTube. I just want you to be aware of that fact. Now, also I need more tech for my computer. Currently my specs are in a good place. I got a RTX 4060 for my GPU. I got a Ryzen 5900X. I got pretty good tech. I got a liquid cooler, pretty good stuff. But I've been stuck on 32 gigabytes of RAM for a while. And I think that's kind of my last bottleneck. I need to get like my new motherboard can support like 128 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. I need to get to that. That's gonna be absolutely ludicrous, and probably be optimal. Although I'm kind of resolving to move. You can even see the tab over there on my Chrome. Yeah, I'm resolving to move away from Chrome on home computers anyway to just using Firefox, because man, there's a lot of privacy issues that Google's been having. Yeah, just in general. It's been really bad, and I've been meaning to move away from it. I just haven't had time because, again, I'm never home. So, yeah. I definitely want to reach 5K subs. I think if I were to push myself enough, I could probably break that threshold. I just really need to dedicate myself to it. That's the only thing. More side projects. There's a lot of side things I've been meaning to do. Or at least continue with. So the things I need to continue with is like, excuse me. Posting more Pokemon content, which is like basically full VODs, but playing through some various things. Like you saw one video already for playing through Pokemon Gen 4's Battle Frontier, which is really fun. However, I haven't been able to get back to doing more of it. I'm only in 2 facilities. Want to get back to it. Pokemon Coliseum. I really want to get back on that game because I want to do Mount Battle and get to floor 100. That's been a thing I wanted to do for years. I want to take you guys with me for it. Not the main story one, the battle mode one, the one where you fight a level 100 Kyogre at the end. It'll be fun. And also, what was the other Pokemon thing I wanted to do? Well, even aside from Pokemon, for side projects, had it in the back of my head a minute ago. Right. Battle Arena. What was the name of it in Budokai 3? I want to get back to Budokai 3 to do that mode a little bit. That was really fun. That's for a new project. For returning projects, new game mode, BT3. That's going to be fun. I really look forward to it. By the way, why doesn't Sparking Zero have more side modes? Just kind of weird. I don't know why that isn't the case. Yeah, that's a big thing I want to do. And the grand return to Naruto. Oh god. Well, I guess I'll vent a little bit here because when else am I gonna do it aside from recording Naruto games themselves? Naruto has been causing me nothing but fatigue lately. It's really true. I've done a lot of Let's Plays for Naruto games over the years. Like, you wanna know how much Naruto I've been doing? Hello, me from a year ago. I've been doing this much. Again, if you come over to the main YouTube channel, I've done so much Naruto over this channel's lifetime. It's like, this is how the channel first got traction. I've done all the GNT games. I've done all the GNT EX games. I've done most of the Ultimate Ninja games. I've done half of the Storm games. I've done almost all the Ultimate Hero games. Ultimate Ninja Heroes, I mean. I've done RPGs. Sorry, indigestion. Yeah, now the issue here is that I don't experience the same fatigue with DBZ as I do with Naruto. The reason being is because, again, Dragon Ball Z I feel like isn't a good place. Dragon Ball Super has been fantastic. Daima, I haven't been keeping up with it, but that's been promising as well. Naruto, it's in the state of limbo right now, you know? Like, the more I look back on it, the more I realize how many bad things there are with Naruto, despite how narrative driven it is and how completely off the rails it goes later in the story. So it's been hard to appreciate the good things about it when I keep looking at aliens and plot holes that I just kind of keep going back to, you know? It's not a series I think ages well, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's really, Shippuden especially, if I could just delete everything after the Pain arc, I absolutely would. And then there'd be weird contrivances, but it'd still be a really good story. Everything afterwards, it's just, let me see if I can get the right intonation of this. Right there. Yeah, so trying to get to later parts of the story with the war arc like Storm 3, or the end of the war arc with 4, or Revolution. Yeah, that's, plus I've been separated from the story for so long. I need to find a motivation to get back into it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop griefing right now because, again, it's not that I don't enjoy the Naruto franchise, it's that I'm so tired of it. It's really annoying because I do want to keep enjoying it because it's like one of my childhood anime, but Dragon Ball Z is always more central to me than Naruto, and man, it's just, It's hard to get back to. It's hard to get back to every year, and every time. How about this? Every time I come back to a Naruto game, it's been harder for me to either enjoy it or find anything to really like. It's been hard to shut out like the negatives of it, and that's really sad to me. I need to find and try myself around the good parts of it, and maybe that requires going back to the old show. Maybe that requires going to some filler for Shippuden I haven't watched. That's really good. Shout out to the Chikara arc, the power arc. You know, it's just really annoying. Also, I have to experience some of the good parts of Boruto. Boruto was good for a bit. A bit. That's all I'll say about that fact. Anyway, back on the YouTube channel and not talking about doom and gloom with Naruto anymore. That's for another day. Remember, get back to it, obviously. I need to figure out what to do with Patreon. Now, you may not know this because I don't really heavily publicize this because I haven't done so in a while. Here you are. Yeah, I do have a Patreon. That being said, though, I haven't done anything with this in a while. One thing I'm wanting to do is like post podcasts for. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that, huh? One thing I was thinking about doing was making like exclusive podcasts for the Patreon that would release after a set period of time so that people can avoid spoilers and all that stuff. I've barely even been able to do that. I think part of it is because it's hard for me to keep things under wraps. That's really unfortunate. Hell, actually, I think this is probably good to post now. Was it gonna release after 6 months? I don't remember. It's been a very long time. Yeah, I need to figure out what to do with Patreon. Either I just need to shit or gut the pot. I'm not even entirely sure what anymore. Maybe I'll keep it as a tip jar because I've already advertised it so much in the past, or nix it and go all in on YouTube memberships. I'm not entirely sure, dude. I need to figure out what to do with it because I'm always thinking about it, but I never know what to do with it. That's the big problem because I can't invest myself enough to do side content that involves it. So I'm not sure, man. I've already talked about streamlining thumbnail creation and 300 followers on Twitch. Doing things on Twitch has been so engaging, like genuinely, that I feel like if I'm ever streaming something to Twitch, even in like the darkest times, I have things to talk about. I have people to bounce off of. I feel engaged. It's fun. That's how I was able to do an entire let's play of an RPG game with Attack of the Saiyans, because the only other way I could do it is it with Brandon, and I don't always want to share experiences with other people. Sometimes I just want to like lock in and just enjoy something for myself, you know? You know how it is. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Again, be sure to follow me on Twitch, where we're gonna go over and play some Tekken right now, probably. Yeah, I really want to revamp a lot of stuff. That being said, though, I still think we're gonna play. Like, I think objectively, in terms of like how bad we could be doing, if the most we have to complain about is line is not going up as much as I would like it to be, that's fine. Like, legitimately, that's fine. I like doing this as a hobby. But that being said, I've alluded to this before. I'm not sure how much longer I have Let's Plays in me, you know? Like, I want to dedicate myself to Tekken. I want to dedicate myself to Yu-Gi-Oh! But I always have to have the time to practice Let's Plays, gather notes, record the games, edit them. Where I could be spending that time, like, mastering a character in Tekken, you know? It's like, I gotta figure out... I probably have a couple years left in me. I'm just not sure, like... Maybe there'll be a breakthrough. Maybe I'll, like, find a new spark for it. I'm not entirely sure, but... We'll see where this ride goes, you know? Anyway, I'm never gonna nuke the channel. That's not in me, obviously. And I'll always have Twitch as the fallback. You can also follow me on social medias if you want to, but... Yeah, see ya, guys.